She always goes under the bed and up the clutter and on the other side of the bed. Come on in, cat. Come on in, cat. Come on in, Jesus. Come on in, Goddess. Welcoming all good spirits, all good people to the live. Welcoming Cat to Congress. Cat Abighazali. Cat for Congress. So, Cat Abighazali is running for Congress. I know it's sad that Jasmine Crockett was cheated out of her primary, but let's not let Cat Abighazali get cheated out of her primary. Let's at least make it backfire on them immediately that they cheated Jasmine Crockett out of her primary, and encourage people to vote early. You can vote right now. You can vote today for I think 10 more days. But voting early in Cat Abighazali's primary does two things. One is it avoids the election day cheating that they did to cheat Jasmine Crockett out of her primary. It does another thing. It gets the ball rolling, gets people talking about it. She's still behind, I think, in the primary in the polls. So she could be catching up in those polls if people are voting for her and more people are talking about it. You got to vote and post about it. You got to vote and comment about it. This is the pillow revolution. I call it the pillow revolution because we can do a lot of it from bed. I don't live in Chicago or Illinois. Illinois' 9th district, I think, is where Cat Abighazali is running. But I've been promoting Cat Abighazali by leaving comments on her content, by stitching her videos, cutting her videos and sharing them, by talking about her all the time. So Cat Abighazali is probably the best politician running right now for anything that I can think of. She's the one I pay attention to, which is why it's very suspicious when you see somebody, content creators who claim to be leftists, who haven't heard of Cat Abighazali or haven't really looked into her. I remember seeing Blakely talking like that. And you would have heard about her if you're real, you know? If they're real leftists, they would already know about Cat Abighazali, just like I would expect to know, and I know about some of them because of her. I would expect to know about whatever good leftist politicians are out there. You know, not too many of them jump to the top of your mind. You know, Mamdani, Cat Abighazali, Jasmine Crockett, like AOC. I think we can still have some faith in AOC. The one thing that most tarnishes AOC is when she protested she criticized the protest of a sale of stolen Palestinian land. Auction of stolen Palestinian land was presumably, and I haven't looked into this, but this is what I've heard. So again, maybe I shouldn't be repeating it until I've actually verified it. But what I can verify is Cat Abighazali is awesome. I can verify that Jasmine Crockett's awesome, and Jasmine Crockett got cheated out of her primary just like Bernie did. So if she uses that to jumpstart her presidential campaign, we'll get something great out of it. But also, what we can do immediately this week, the fact that they cheated Jasmine Crockett out of her primary on primary day means tell everybody in Illinois 9th District, vote Cat Abighazali today. Go vote for Cat today and post about it to help swell the momentum, help raise her profile. I think she said today she's 9 points behind. I think that's 9% behind. That's easy to make up in 10 days, especially if she's making up 2-3% a day, because that's where the excitement and enthusiasm is. So we need to be talking about how, yeah, they cheated Jasmine Crockett out of her primary. Don't let them cheat Cat Abighazali out of her primary. Let's make them cheating Jasmine Crockett out of her primary backfire on them two ways. One, Jasmine Crockett run for president, and two, Cat Abighazali wins her congressional primary and then congressional seat. Whoever the Democrat is will win. It's like the primary is the only election. That's where I should go with this. That's what I should make. I'm going to make a note of that real quick just so I don't forget to do another video about this, where the primary is the only election. Let me know what you guys have ideas for in comments too. But this year, the primary is the only election, because no Republicans are going to win. They don't have a chance. They're all Epstein class. And the war. Oh my gosh, that's what this was supposed to be about, the war. But I was waiting for people to arrive. Talking about Cat Abighazali. Again, looking for people. I appreciate the likes, but can anybody comment to confirm that you know who Cat Abighazali is? Or do I need to tell you any more about Cat Abighazali right now? We should talk a little bit more about her. Okay, she's Palestinian American, running for Illinois 9th District Congress. She's running as a Democrat. She's the only Palestinian American. I think the other two are Zionists, actually, but She's the only Palestinian American running, and she's awesome. She's an investigative reporter who's reported on the far right. She's been busting up the far right. I think as a child she grew up conservative and then saw through that maybe as a teenager in her 20s. She seems like she's still in her 20s now, but I don't know. Yeah, I think she is. It's like, damn it, when are these people going to get to run for president? But Jasmine Crockett's like 44. I didn't realize that. I thought she was in her 30s, late 20s or something. So Jasmine Crockett's 44, so she could have been president like twice already, like legally by the Constitution. She could have already been president twice. Wow. So we're late to having President Jasmine Crockett. Okay, well, fuck off. Everybody hates all Trump-Hooteneers. Sorry about the Trump trolls in chat. They're not what's important. What we're supposed to be talking about is who's going to win this war. Iran, with their balloon tanks and balloon helicopters. That's really what I was focusing on today. That America's been bombing balloon tanks and balloon helicopters. You could say, oh, balloon tanks, they don't have real tanks, they have balloon. No, we've been spending millions of dollars and probably killing a lot of people when we don't hit the balloons, to blow up balloon tanks. They're costing Americans millions of dollars with every balloon they blow up. Every, $200 balloon, $600 balloon they blow up. They're destroying America. Well, I mean, Trump is destroying America. Iran is part of the facilitation of Putin's plan to destroy America through Trump. That's the plainest way I can say it. Donna Kupetinsky is, of course, Putin's puppet. Donna Kupetinsky is Putin's puppet. Yeah, I'm wearing a Decepticon necklace to celebrate Iran's balloons. Donna Kupetinsky is Putin's puppet, and so was Iran, presumably. So Putin started this war between two of his puppets and another one of his puppets, but the aggressor is going to lose. The tyrant who kills martyrs loses because martyrs win. So Putin picked from the beginning that Iran would win the war, and he got us into it. Donna Kupetinsky went for it. All these traitors are, supporting him. So that's where we're at. And the sooner we can end it, the easier it'll be on everybody. But the longer it goes on, the worse it'll be. It's kind of like, sorry about the Nazis in chat. Yes. Yeah, dude. If you have a problem with what I'm saying, it's because you're a brainwashed Nazi piece of shit. Okay? So this is where Jesus has led you to this channel to wake your ass up. Okay? This is where you're going to leave this live woke. Okay? You're going to leave this live less racist, less sexist, less of a fascist than when you arrived here. Or you can leave it right now. But basically, if you stick around, you're going to be less fascist. Love you too, Zane. Free Palestine. Thanks, comrade. Look, we got this. No, I didn't find your comment, Jedi. I told you, if you want to leave a comment, Net and YouTube's not going to show me notifications for people's comments. If you want to actually get a comment through to me, leave it on multiple videos, and they'll give me a notification about it eventually, or I'll just find it. Leave it on something recent. I don't know, just type it in chat again now. What's your frickin' comment? What you whining about? How you've spent millions of dollars to blow up Iranian balloons? Now, the girls' school was not a balloon. All the little girls that they murdered in the girls' school itself, those were not balloons. They murdered those kids just because, well, according to some people, it's a sacrifice because they are evil. So the Epstein class is evil and murders children. Well, I don't know that you're as important as you think you are. Why don't you shut up and listen for a second and respond to something I'm talking about now? Okay, do you know that America's bombing balloons? Do you know that Iran's going to win this war? Do you know that Putin set it all up? Are you up to date on what I'm talking about? Putin got two of his puppet tyrants to kill another one of his puppet tyrants. Okay? Putin tricked some tyrants into making a martyr of another tyrant. Yeah, he was a tyrant, but martyrs always win. Martyrs always beat tyrants. Who won? Martin Luther King or whoever the fuck it was? JFK. Who won? Martin Luther King won. Do you see what I'm saying? Who was the president when Martin Luther King was assassinated? I don't fucking know. Martin Luther King won, not the president. So yeah, like Putin picked this. Putin runs Netanyahu, Putin runs Trump, Putin to some degree runs Iran, or at least has a strong influence over Iran. Iran might, have a whole other thing besides Putin's plan. Maybe Putin got tricked into this, you know what I'm saying? But Trump and Netanyahu definitely got tricked into this. Trump got tricked into it by Netanyahu, Putin. Netanyahu got tricked into it by Putin. Trump's definitely not in charge. Trump's like at least three layers down. Okay. Now, Trump's not a hero. Trump's a traitor. Tyron Hard. Oh, Tyron Harden. Tyron Harden, look. Why don't you have an E at the end of your name? Okay. Dude, I'm not miserable. I'm glad that Iran's winning this war. I'm glad that the suckers and losers that Trump got killed were disrespected by Trump, so that the army will hopefully know to get their kids out of there. You better get your kid out of the army. You better do whatever it takes. We're gonna pardon anybody who goes to jail for leaving the army at this point in time. You would much rather be safely in jail. There's a whole lot of people that would much rather be safely in jail. Okay, sorry about the Nazis. Sorry about the Nazis in chat. We got a Nazi for James Tallarico. All he's doing is proving that James Tallarico is a Nazi. Iran versus the Epstein Coalition. Thank you, Credential Commentary. That was Credential Commentary. Hold on, we're pinning that commentary, so it's got so much credit. Dude, nobody's getting drafted. I'm undrafting people right now. You're coming to the undrafting live stream. This is where we get people out of the military fast. Like, people are leaving. People are leaving the military, but we're getting people out of the military faster. Okay, this is called the Pillow Revolution. It's called stay at home, stay in bed. The Pillow Revolution. You can do a lot of it just by staying in bed, posting on your phone. Like, well, don't worry, we're overthrowing Putin. We are overthrowing Putin. Like, Iran is beating the USR in this. Good day from Australia. What's the topic, mate? The topic is saving y'all's asses from Putin. You guys gave us Rupert Murdoch, right? Fuck you for that. No, you're cool. Like, you'll be fine, dude. Like, I appreciate you being here. Let's talk for a minute. What's the topic, Australian? G'day. You got any shrimp on the barbie, eh? Okay. Sorry about the Nazis in chat. Okay. I'd much rather see you, the Australian, than the Nazis. You're not a Nazi, are you? Australian. You're not a Nazi. I think I offended him. Oh, well. All right. Look, I want to be honest with you. I really need a job, and I'll take any position as long as it doesn't involve having sex with old ladies for money. I'll take that position. Luke, let's go in together. I'll have sex with old ladies for money. You can, because my friend told me that having sex with old ladies is awesome. You can do we'll get somebody else to do the bear traps part, and then we'll have everything covered. Why don't we go into like a handyman? Those are your two bugaboos. Why did they take that? Seriously, Net and YouTube decided to mute this fellow's comment. He's just looking for work. Oh, maybe because he said he doesn't want to have sex with old ladies for money. Well, I'll do that. I doubt there's any old ladies in the chat, but I do have a, if you support Trump, you're a Nazi. So if you're not a Nazi, oh, you're the Australian. Okay, awesome. The Australian's still here. Hold on. The Australian's still here. Whew. Thank God. I'm sorry, Australian. I like Crocodile Dundee. I was a huge fan. I still say, you can't take my photo. I still say that like once a month at least. The trolls always accused every single person of being trans or gay. They're so pathetic. Can I read your comment? Can I try to do Australian with your comment? Yeah, dude, they're Space Force in the streets, flat earth in the sheets. Trump Mutineers are Space Force in the streets, flat earth in the sheets. All they do is project. All their accusations are confessions. All they speak is whinies and hate speech and lies. Like, they're terrible. Trump Mutineers are the worst people ever, besides possibly the Russians who made them. Hello, Mr. Total Duck. Mr. Total Duck can tell us some Epstein. He was abused by the Epstein class personally, so he can tell us some of the people. Like, was it Samuel Alito was there, or was it Clarence Thomas? You can tell us, Mr. Total Duck. Was I laughing? I would think I was laughing about the Australian here who was here earlier. Are you gonna tell us who some of the people were? Tell us who some of them were, Mr. Turtle Duck. Oh, so you're lying. Okay, I see where it's at. So you use Epstein victims as a troll. You use pretending to be an Epstein victim to troll. So you're exploiting Epstein victims like an Epstein class motherfucker. You see how that worked, you dumb bitch? You fucked up, dude. Like, you can't pretend around me. I'm a psychic fairy. I'll let you play for a little while. I'll let you play for a few months. Retract your comment. I mean, don't. You see what I'm saying? Like, you get what you get. Anyway, so who's going to win? Iran or the USR? Who do you not, there's not 12 people here, dude. There's a bunch of Nazis here. We're still waiting for person 2. We've got one Australian, he seems decent. In this world, there can never be a black racist. Well, they can be racist against other people. Like, that's still a thing. Okay, Mr. Turtle Duck's not a Nazi. I don't know, you were coming across pretty Epstein classy there for a little bit, exploiting victims of Epstein. Since we have 2 minutes ago the example of you exploiting victims of Epstein, then you're coming across as pretty Epstein class. You know how you should be afraid of being labeled and identified as an Epstein class supporter? Do you understand that? Do you understand how it's 2026? And when you become labeled, let's get your identification. You say you're not a Nazi, but your channel activity is you joined 11 years. Sorry. You joined 11 years ago and you have 71 subscribers. Okay, so let's talk about it. Why do you troll? Who are you trolling for? You know? Ultimately, you're trolling for Putin, right? Ultimately, everyone's trolling for Putin, the Antichrist, some type of evil spirit. You're not trolling for something good. There's not a good trolling, you know? I troll for Putin, exactly. I caught you. So stop. You know what I'm saying? What's he gonna do to you? What's that little bitch gonna do to you? Yeah, he got the Ayatollah killed. Yeah, he got one of his much higher up puppets than you killed by another couple of his puppets. What's he gonna do to you, dude? He doesn't have time for you. You're a minion. You're fucking scum. You're just like you're a little clinger. You're a little dingleberry on the boot. You know? Oh, I'm not talking to you anymore, you Nazi groiper piece of shit. You can fuck off with your long comments. You want me to read his long comments? Put an emoji in the chat if you want me to read his long comments. He's boring as fuck. He's gonna rip the tag off of my mattress. Have I pinned a comment yet? Oh yeah, sorry, that doesn't beat the pinned comment, but that's an honorable mention, dude. He's gonna rip. One time I got so angry, I took a knife. You know those little tags on the mattresses that say, "Do not remove under penalty of law"? I cut one of them off. I always thought that was the stupidest law. You said a mouthful. Law. The law. The law! Hi guys, the FBI here yet? Drop an emoji in chat if you're FBI. We want somebody on the good, we want an American FBI agent on the shift today. We keep getting these Nazis. We keep getting these compromised Nazi Trump-Putin-ear FBI agents. Oh, what's up, Mr. Toto? Oh, you're the FBI agent. Dude, that's so boring. No, dude, I'm good. Unrepentant sinner. Shiny Wizard's a fucking Klansman. Shiny Wizard's talking about who an unrepentant sinner is, and he's a fucking Klansman piece of shit. Guess what, Shiny Wizard? Fuck you. We got any humans in the chat, though, for real? Michael Willis left an emoji. Okay, so Michael Willis wants me to read the comments. Or do you want me to read? Please don't tell me. I just got top fans. What the fuck? Why is the #1 fan Philip? Hello, Philip. Thanks for being the fan. Why is Jedi the #2 fan, and why is Mr. Turtle Duck the #3? Can somebody else do something so that this is no longer the situation? Oh, I didn't want to read it because it was boring, but I actually think you just can't rebuttal what I said. Okay, let's do it, dude. That's a challenge. Like we're accepting this challenge. He's like, okay. First of all, does everybody know that Iran's been inflating balloons of tanks and inflating balloons of helicopters in the United States or the USR? And the USR has been hitting them with real missiles, been sending real missiles to blow up balloons and pictures. Everybody seen that so far? I know, dude. I'm so sorry about the trolls. Credential commentary. Credential commentary left the best comment so far. Let me just double check Credential commentary's comments in case I've missed. Yeah, dude, I've missed a lot of. See, will you trolls shut the fuck up? I've missed like 20 Credential commentary comments. His name is Credential commentary. Like he knows what he's talking about. He's not a troll. He's a commenter. Sorry, Credential commentary. I'll read your comments down. They're calling it the Epstein War. Donald Trump. Yeah. Operation Epstein Fury. 42 billion and counting spent on the Epstein War so far. Bombing balloons. Trump was voted to oversee the downfall of the American empire. Exactly. Well, Putin put him here to do that. MAGA pedophile sympathizers. Yeah, all the trolls in the chat. Yeah, everybody except for you. Yeah. Everybody in the chat can fuck off. I'm going to curse you. I'm cursing your families. I'm cursing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. Back to the Credential commentary. I never thought I'd see the day when Americans start worshiping politicians. Trump's a pedo, Netanyahu's his real American president, Iran versus the Epstein coalition. Bro, that Australian impression is hilarious. So thank you. So many trolls in the chat. Now, let me give you my Russian impression, because I got a Russian to read his comments. I got a Russian Klansman, Groyper, Tallarico supporter. So all he does is prove that Tallarico supporters are Russians, Klansmen, and Groypers. Here, let me prove it. You ready? Ayatollah. They killed that many people already just for being near the Ayatollah? What terrible, terrible killers. Okay, let's read all his comments. How's you today, Frank? Dude, did you ever find my comment? It's way too long of a comment. James is a better candidate for winning Texas. A Democrat winning Texas was my main want for this election. My main want. She is a more popular candidate, but she has she has some bad quotes. Of one which I'm not sure if she's apologized for, was talking about how we need illegal immigrants in America because we don't want to do the farming no more. I believe we should absolutely not perpetuate slave class they have in the US, and much better thing for immigrants is giving them easier paths to citizenship. She clearly wasn't popular enough to win the primary. She lost by a very large margin. Hispanic vote is a lot of Texas. Turns out the comments about her wanting Mexicans to be the slave class didn't turn out well, but the electability was. Dude, you asked for my comments. I posted it here. Okay, so let me respond to what you think is your idea. Okay? It's some Putin propaganda bullshit, like everything any Trump Putinier Groyper piece of shit like you has ever said. Tallarico. You know? You and your fucking Tallarico. Well, listen, why'd you have to cheat her out of the election if it was so unelectable what she said? But you're putting that interpretation on her, that she's asking for a slave class. Just because she says we need immigrants to do labor doesn't mean that they have to be undocumented immigrants. Doesn't mean that they can't just be citizens. They can't immigrate and be citizens. You do need immigrants to do labor. That's an economic thing all over the world. Every country needs immigrants to do labor. That's a thing. Now, the fact that it's to do certain types of jobs versus other types of jobs, that immigrants who are doctors in the countries they come over and, scoop ice cream or something, that's a capitalism problem. But immigrants are going to be needed to do work regardless. You don't have to keep them from getting citizenship, and you don't have to shove them into jobs that they're overqualified for. That's all racism. You can just end that bullshit. So anyway, people talking about Biden in here? Biden? The playoffs? Biden? Like, seriously, guys, we got to stop this. There's a legal process that's super racist. Take the racism out of the immigration process and everything's fine. Nation of immigrants. You can't use the hashtag you can't use the hashtag Jasmine Crockett. You can use the hashtag James Tallarico, but you can't use the hashtag Jasmine Crockett on net and YouTube, and you can't use the hashtag Nation of Immigrants, because those things are too American. I'm sorry about the trolls, y'all. So you don't perpetuate the slave class. No, dude, that's you. You're the one who decides to interpret saying we need immigrants to mean we need slaves. You're a fucking Nazi piece of shit. That's why I hate you. So I'm cursing you. I'm cursing your family. I'm cursing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. Do you have a family? Let's talk about Jedi for a second. You have a family that supposedly named you Jedi? You have some type of super Star Wars nerds, uber nerd Star Wars parents who never would have definitely ever had sex with anybody else if they hadn't met at that, you know, that line 24 hours before the opening of the Phantom Menace. That's what you had? That's your family? That's what you call a family, those fucking nerds? And you're gonna come talk to me? Shit. I made a highlight of that, dude. There's gonna be a highlight of me making fun of your parents. Dude, I'm sorry, just fuck you. Your parents should have fucking just been on chat, or not Chat GPT, what's it called? Those wanker sites, Chatterbait. Your parents should have just been on Chatterbait and kept you an internet apart. Hello. Thanks for being here. Have we got any good people in the chat? Oh, you're Iranian. I'm so sorry for what Donna Kupatinsky and Putin and Netanyahu are doing. So sorry about the war and everything. Are you okay? Are you in Iran? And you guys are kind of awesome for blowing up balloons of tanks and helicopters and getting them to waste millions of dollars of weapons to blow up balloons. You guys are very awesome. Know that all Americans feel the way I feel. All Americans think this war is terrible. All Americans should be talking about how the military needs to quit. Like, fucking quit, dude. I've seen videos of people saying, I'm 19 years in the military. If I go the 20th year, I get some bonus, you know? I get in the bonus round. But I'm quitting. I'm leaving. I'm not doing this. Yeah, 150 schoolgirls died. Pakistani state media told me, oh, that's just real media. If you don't believe that 150 schoolgirls not died, but were killed, were murdered and martyred by Donna Kupatinsky and Netanyahu, you know, then that's a you problem. Like, but we're calling on their spirits. We're calling their spirits into the chat. We're calling on their spirits to help overthrow Donna Kupatinsky and Putin and Netanyahu. All the spirits of not only those 150 schoolgirls, but the thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of kids, and even more hundreds of thousands of kids who have grown to an older age that they murdered in Gaza, that you murdered in Gaza. Let's be clear, you guys murdered them. All you little Trump Putineer troll Nazis, you guys all murdered them. So we're calling on their spirits to haunt you. Okay? This isn't a fucking around kind of live. This is the kind of live where we fix you or we fucking curse you. You're welcome to be fixed. Have we got any humans already in the chat? If you guys are humans, if you guys are good people or humans in some type, if you're any type of good spirit, put a emoji in the chat. I hope, here, Crisco seems good. Crisco Bushido, first of all, has a clever name and says, thank you, Crisco Bushido, for being here. And he says, I hope these dark times of recklessness and arrogance will soon come to an end, and that peace, hope, and safety will reach people everywhere in the world. That is such a nice message. Crisco Bushido, appreciate your commentary. You seem like an artistic person. Please comment on my content and we'll stay in touch. And if I get famous, I'll help you get famous. And if you get famous, please help me get famous. I sing for a band called Foxen. I know this fellow always has something to say. He's not the one to tell you night from day. And now he's in your town, there's going to be a way. Just go through him to get out of the gray. In these days we're all astray. Amazing. In these nights when all the graves are raised. Who's to say it's all a play? We're gazing worlds away as we fly through the waves. Free Palestine, free Iran, free America, free Russia, free Israel, free Ukraine. Let's free all these countries from the same tyrants. It's Trump, Putin, and Netanyahu. I like this girl. She wants me to turn it in. She asks me where all of my life has been. We never met, just felt that look, and then I wanted to turn out all that lies within. In these days we're all astray, amazing. In these nights when all the graves are raised, who's to say it's all a play? We're gazing worlds away as we fly through the waves. So you may notice from all the trolls in the chat that I don't usually moderate or censor anybody. There's a few people that I do censor because they can fuck right off. And so when I censored this loser a second ago, this XX capital XX-YN5BZ, when I censored this loser a second ago, the very last thing he said before I censored him was, "Oh, ooh, he thinks he can sing. Oh, ooh, he thinks he can talk." Fuck you can't talk here, you little bitch. So anyway, I'm sure he's already gone to troll somewhere else. Oh wait, there's another one. Fuck this one too. Hold on a second. Let's make sure you haven't said anything. No, you said free Jerusalem. Nobody's acting sad, dude. I'm muting your ass. I'm happy to do it. I also curse you. I'm cursing you and your family, and cursing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. Fuck off, NinjaCon. Hope no one ever sees you again. I hope no one ever sees you again, NinjaCon. That's what I hope for you. Fuck you. Palestinians can't talk anymore because they did, says this Nazi piece of shit, Bob to Cheese. But you know what? I'm going to let Bob to Cheese talk. That's how bad these other fuckers are. It's so wild that people still what? Yeah, I hate Nazis. Only people I hate are Nazis. You're here so I can curse you, so I can curse your families. So when bad things happen to your families, you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have been in that witch's live when he said he was going to curse my families and he was going to curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through me. When they fire your bitch Kristi Noem and her former kidnapper's kidnapper, when they fire that bitch Kristi Noem and her puppy's looking down from heaven saying, ha ha, who's the dumb bitch now? When your NASCAR driver's plane crashes and his whole entirely family dies, fuck you Nazi pieces of shit. That's how it goes down, bitches. It goes down in planes. So I'm cursing you. I'm cursing your families. I don't care if you're just trolling. I'm still cursing you. Cursing your families. Cursing Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through you. That shut you the fuck up, didn't it? Y'all scroll away. Y'all scroll away. If you give a shit about your families, scroll the fuck away. Are you waiting for a ride? Do you have the time for me to come inside? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Are you trading in your guides? Are you chafing at the reins that tame our strides? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Are you tailored to your pride? Are you laying low while the others hit the heights? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Are you skating on thin ice? Are you debating if the warning signs were lies? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Are you faking you're alive? Are you replaying all the stages you deprived? Who's going to lead all of the lives we leave behind? Okay, credential commentary. Let me focus on you for a second. We got a little sidetracked with the Nazis. Fuck the Nazis, okay? But we're done with them, right? They're bombing balloons and shit, protecting the Epstein class. They're a bunch of terrible Nazis, right? So let's just focus on credential commentary. And anybody else, if you're a decent person, if you're a good spirit of any kind, if you're alien, ghost, if you're a fairy like me, if you're a good spirit of any kind, leave a note in the chat. You're welcome to participate. Tell us as much or as little about yourself as you like. But we're going to go back to a decent person who says Trump is a pedo, but Australian impression's hilarious. So many trolls in the chat. 1 million. You think they've murdered 1 million people in Palestine so far? Palestine is awesome. Balloon decoys from Iran. Free the world. Bob to Cheese, your parents must be proud. They're not. All of his ancestors are ashamed of him. Bob to Cheese, if you had a single brain cell, it would have died from loneliness. I support Palestine because I'm human. All humans do. Fuck them. Only Zios, only Zombies, only Nazionists, only Nazionists and zombies and Trump Putineers. Only these fucking trash things don't support Palestine. Your God is fake. When Stephen Lyon says, we have God on our side, you don't. Your God is fake. Jesus is from the goddess. So Jesus isn't even, your God is fake according to Jesus. Jesus is from the goddess. Well, fuck off. Hello. Hello, Del Plumber. Hello, Del Plumber. Nice to meet you. Dude, your God is fake. Nothing is with you. Watch. Your God is fucking fake as shit, dude. Jesus is from the goddess. Your God is fake. Okay? Sorry. Fuck you. Jesus set Judas aside to replace all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. Judas comes back at this time to establish the Church of Judas. You can check out my hashtag Church of Judas for more content about that topic. Syria was liberated from top to bottom by former ISIS guy, didn't they? I mean, I can't approve of him sucking up to Trump, but I can understand people think they need to do that. Hello, Crystal Lynn. How's Canada? We always talk about the goddess here. Some guy said God. He thought that God was with the Nazis. That God is fake. What happened to the Nazis? What happened to the German Nazis? What's going to happen to these Nazis? They're going to get fucked. Get your kids out of the military. Anybody you know in the military, get them out. Get them out. They can leave. There might be consequences, but we will reverse those consequences and grant them like tens of thousands of dollars or bonuses for leaving. Get them out. Get them out of the army. Oh, you think we're doing Iran a favor? Maybe Iran can return the favor. If we did Iran a favor, maybe they can return the favor, right? Isn't that tit for tat capitalism bullshit? If we did Iran a favor, maybe they can return the favor. What favor do you think we did? Do we have some, I don't know, it's not girls' schools we have a problem with. What is it we have a problem with here in America? If we did Iran a favor, maybe they can do us a favor. Please read the Iranian dude comments. Oh, who is the Iranian dude? Hold on. Sorry, I do need, you can tell because there's a shitload of trolls in here. I do need help finding the right comments. If you leave an emoji in the chat, then I will trust that you're a human enough to like hear what I'm saying. And then I'll read your comments. See, look, this guy's got an emoji in chat. This dumb government burns my tax money. Thank you, Crisco Bushido. Let me read all your comments. I hope these dark times of recklessness and arrogance will soon come to an end, and that peace, hope, and safety will reach people everywhere in the world. Crisco Bushido also says, being gay is 1,000 times better than worshiping a child molester. It is. Being gay is great. Worshiping a child molester is bad. It's not, you can't even multiply the times because you've gone into the negative with worshiping a child molester, and being gay is a great thing. Jesus doesn't love child molesters. No, Jesus says, fuck Trump, dude. Jesus is so anti-Trump. Well, Trump is the Antichrist. You can't get any more anti-Trump than Jesus. This dumb government burns my tax money. Thank you so much, Crisco Bushido, for your comments. We're going to make a highlight of the Crisco Bushido comments. Sorry, we got to wait a second to make that comment. I'll add some of my own comments. Automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts. Put them in the concentration camps they made for us. Fuck them. We didn't have to have concentration camps, but they made them, so smoke them if you got them. You know, like, fuck MAGA. Put them in the goddamn concentration camps they made for us. If they don't want to be in the concentration camps, they can stop making concentration camps. Golden rule shit. Just some golden rule shit. The FBI is protecting the Epstein class by harassing Epstein critics. They came to my fucking house. So fuck the FBI. They need to be investigated. Or any good FBI agent needs to turn on the other FBI agents. They didn't go to Les Wexner's house, Epstein's oldest friend and greatest funder. They came to my house. They didn't have time to go to Les Wexner's because they're too busy harassing people that talk shit about Les Wexner. Mega to this. Guys crashing out. Mega tedious. Let's read this guy's comments for a second. Steven Tylon. Let's read his comments in Russian. Oh my gosh, here we go. God bless Donald Trump. Trump the danger syndrome. Keep crying though. You can stomp the Trump. You can't stomp the Trump. I've actually never heard that before. 500,000 Americans living in Israel. Somehow you think it's okay for them to live in fear. I hope they fucking die. Like, fuck them. Like, fuck them. Like, fuck them. You should have got our, I mean, unless you're a good person. But you know what I'm saying? If you're there because you support that shit, fuck them. If you're there to overthrow the place, I hope you live and survive and succeed. At least Republicans have families. Dems have less kids and more mental health issues. Fix. Cry, cry, cry. TDS gone wild. Trump bros, best bros. No happy families for Dems. Look at Renee Good. They took her kids because she was a lunatic. Scotland loves Trump. The left are crooked. LOL, this guy's crashing out TDS. We have God on our side. You don't. God is mit uns. God is crashing out. Mega TDS. No, dude, you're a fucking Nazi piece of shit. Like, we know you're ADF. They say that being Nazi in Germany is against the law, that they'll put you in jail for being a Nazi. What's the ADF running around for? Germans are fucking a little too wishy-washy for my taste. Hashtag Jesus. That was a classic joke right there. You guys probably don't get it. You're not that smart. Did anybody smart enough to get that joke? Oh yeah, Iran's going to destroy America. I mean, Putin's going to destroy America through Trump and Iran. But you guys asked for it. I said months ago, let's just ask Canada and Mexico to annex half of us each, facilitate land back to the indigenous people. Done and done. America, it was fun. We had a good run. You know, I mean, kind of. You know, like, okay, 250, that's about average for an empire or whatever, 250. All right, done. Like, we're done. We don't need to do 2027. We don't need to do the rest of this shit. That's one alternative. The other alternative is elect Jasmine Crockett. Universal health care. America. You know, do some other form of reparations for indigenous people or forms of land back, whatever, but stuff that doesn't end the country but still does right by people. Okay, any humans in the chat? We may have chased off the only good people. Sorry about all the troll bait in chat. I mean, it's weird to hear their idea. Like, Bob to Cheese actually thinks this is a flex. The proxies are cooked without Iran. Your excess of resistance is gone. Dude, there is no without Iran. Iran is still there. But let's look at it. Who is Putin's puppets? You say Iran's Putin's puppets. You probably think Iran's Putin's puppets. So are you guys really that happy with attacking one of Putin's puppets? Because you guys really suck Putin's cock all the time, right? So what happens is Putin had some of his puppets, Netanyahu and Trump, attack another one of his puppets, the Ayatollah, and kill him, martyr him. But martyrs always beat tyrants. Just because they martyred him doesn't mean he loses. They martyred him means he wins. And Putin picked that. You dumb fucks. You Trump Putineers, dude, you're not going to understand anything. This is just for people in the future who see this content. Palestine will not lose. Joe Martin understands things. Hold on, let's read Joe Martin's comments. Thanks, Joe Martin. Sorry I missed your comments earlier. Well, you said free Palestine, free Iran. Palestine will not lose. Okay, now we're caught up. I could read your previous comments. Let's do that. You're better than the other people here. Come on. Sorry, Timo wants me to buy things. Free Nancy, free Ukraine, free Palestine. MAGA probably kidnapped Nancy Guthrie. That's how I feel too. I mean, they are the kidnappers. It's on brand for their armband. Free Palestine, free Ukraine. Fuck Trump. MAGA can't even admit Trump ate babies after reading it. Yeah. They can't admit shit, dude. They're just the worst. Trump Putineers are the worst people that have ever lived. Besides possibly the Russians and the Zionists that duped them into it. It's a tie. It's not a contest, you know? Trump, Putin, Netanyahu. It's three stupidest people. Okay, Lord Vader has comments he wants me to read. Let me read Lord Vader's comments. You should have left an emoji, though. You're looking inhuman. What is this guy ranting about? Favors? This guy's unhinged. Oh, favors, yeah. If we did Iran a favor, why doesn't Iran return the favor? You know, if we did Iran a favor, why doesn't Iran return the favor? They seem to be a very polite society. This guy is unhinged. LOL. They do, Don. Now he's culturally appropriating an accent? Well, this guy's racist against Russians. Yeah, fuck Russians. I mean, the ones who will kill Putin. Yay, they're heroes. But fuck the rest of them. Cultural appropriation. Yulis, are you too dumb to respond? No, dude, I just know you're a fucking Russian. It's not cultural appropriation. Don't be a fucking Russian in the chat if you don't want your comments to be read in Russian. Dude, this guy's why you lose elections. LMAO. Why did you only respond to people you agree with? You can't take criticism. You didn't have any criticism, dude. You didn't say a goddamn thing. You said cultural appropriation. You whined about that when you've never whined about that before. But when it's from whites, when culture appropriates from whites, you know, it's just, you're a disgusting Nazi troll. Nobody likes you. We got any humans in the chat? Dude, we're at 46 minutes. Let's just shut this shit down. Why are Palestinians so intelligent? I don't know. It's all just Nazis, huh? Read your comments. Oh yeah, Faraz, hold on. Faraz is cool. Faraz is from Iran. Thanks, Faraz. Sorry about that. I will definitely read your comments. Sorry for the delay. I am Iranian human. Thank you, Iranian human, Faraz. You should make content, dude. Put some content out there. I'll follow you and help get your channel going. And hopefully you can do the same for me. Just comment on my content. Let's read his comments. This is from Faraz. Hello, Iranian here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Is it Iranian or Iranian? Because we don't know how to say things in America. No, I am not in Iran. I am in U.S., but my family is in Iran. Oh, I'm so sorry that they're there. I hope they're safe if they're there. I'm not sorry that they're there, but I'm sorry for the attacks, and I hope that they're safe. Aw, R.I.P. the victims of Manab incident. Is Manab the name of the little schoolgirl's school? Yes, Trump supporters, you have blood on your hands. You can fuck off, Trump supporters. And then you left the hearts and the colors of the Iranian flag. I remember that before the war started, I stated, if U.S. harms even one innocent Iranian, as an Iranian, I will never forgive Trump supporters. I've already never forgiven them, so join the club. Thanks for being here. I am very pleased to see most Americans are on our side. Yes, all real Americans. Trump-Putiners are not Americans. Trump-Putiners are zombies, dude. They're fucking zombies. They've been taken over by the goddamn Klan and the goddamn Nazis, and they're fucking traitors. They're not Americans, dude. We need to deport their asses to Siberia or put them in the camps they made for us. Fuck them. Sorry to interrupt. He says, I am an Iranian, and I tell you, the majority of Iranians are not dancing. And if you were not so uneducated, you would know that no country gets liberated top down. Very good point. I don't joke about war in my country. Hold on, I'm going to come back and read the rest. I want to make a highlight of what we got so far, so we get the most highlights. This is good, intelligent information from a true Iranian in America that has Iranian family. And I hope that you can be in touch with them and know that they're safe, because that is scary and sad. Okay. I don't joke about war in my country. My friend here in America told me he wants to join the war as an Iranian. I don't know if I can continue my friendship with him. Oh, he's an Iranian, but he wants to join the Trump side? That's crazy, but I guess, you know, be friends. I don't know. I can't say be friends with him. I can say try to talk him out of it. Don't get into a fight with him. Don't let it get negative. I don't know, man. That's tough. Syria is literally being ruled by a former ISIS member and a wanted terrorist by CIA. How is that freedom? It's better than Assad, though. I mean, if Assad was a Putin puppet, they have improved. I don't care who it is. Assad was a Putin puppet. They have improved. It doesn't matter where America goes. We will improve. It does not matter. It doesn't matter if this country does not exist anymore. We will improve over Donald Trump because he's a Putin puppet. Anything is better than a Putin puppet. Also, it was not top down. It was bottom up. That was Syria. Yeah, and Iran is very different, going to be way worse. Well, they're not going to overthrow Iran. They're literally sending Kurdish separatists to Iran. They want to. It's going to happen in a few days. Read my comments as well. I'm human. I'm an Iranian human. Thank you. Iranian human. They want, dude, if Kurdistan wants to people to not give a fuck about them ever again, I could give a fuck about Kurdistan. I could think, yeah, Kurds, the colonial powers did them wrong. They should have their own country. Sure. If they invade around, they can get fucked. You know? Like anybody who does anything to appease Donica Putinsky and Putin can fuck off. He's not a wanted terrorist anymore. But you acknowledge, even though you're trying to debate, you acknowledge that he was a wanted terrorist. I'm in support of the guy overthrowing Assad. Fuck Assad. Fuck a Putin puppet. Fuck Netanyahu. Fuck Trump. Fuck Modi. Fuck anybody in Iran who was sucking up to Putin, honestly. Like, as much as I have sympathy for the people of Iran, also fuck Iran because it's a Putin power. But fuck America too because it's a Putin power. It's the USR. Like, this is what the conditions are. Putin's fucking everything up. Don't let Putin fuck your country up. Don't let Putin fuck your people up. Don't let Putin give you a tyrant. Let's remove Putin. If they'd done this same shit to Moscow that they just did to Tehran, no complaints, dude. I'd be over here. They fired Christino, and then they bomb Moscow. Fuck the Kremlin, dude. If they'd kidnapped Putin instead of kidnapping Maduro, I was complaining about kidnapping Maduro on principle, but I'll reverse those principles for Putin. Fuck his ass. Fuck Putin. And all y'all motherfuckers can't say shit because you know you suck Putin's dick. I'm waiting with my baby so the Zayos can have their way with us. I'm like human animals. Terrorists. Yeah, we're going to stop the terrorists. Y'all don't even talk to Credential. Credential's too good for you. You are wise for having nuance. Thank you, Faraz. I'm sorry about your friend, but keep in mind your friend has been duped by, it's like if your friend went racist or became a Trumper or something. They've been duped by by the Antichrist. They've been duped by the Antichrist. We're going to unite all religions and all people around a real Jesus who's the opposite of this Antichrist. That's Muslims. Christians are not going to not be Muslims anymore. You're going to still be Muslims. You're going to still be Buddhists. But we're still going to all recognize a real Jesus who defeats this Antichrist, Trump. Oh, the friend of mine is not Iranian, by the way. He's American. Somehow I got from your comment that he might go over there and fight for Iran. He might go over there, but fight for Iran against America. Iran doesn't need anybody to fight for him. I think Iran has 9 million active duty. 9 million active duty? What's the American army? 500,000? Like, you don't win this war. This is not a war that the USR wins. Okay, I'm sorry about the Nazi troll in the chat. I approved his comment just so everybody will know how much of a racist Nazi he is. How can I stop the Trump people from trying to get me in bed with them? Fuck the Trump out of them, dude. Are they your sexual preference or are they trying to rape you? Have sex with them. Fuck the living Trump out of them. Fuck them better than they've ever been fucked before and be like, yeah, that's what you've been missing, you Trump bitch. What are your comments, Fish? You're supposed to leave emojis if you want. Oh, you did leave emojis. Oh, thanks. If you leave emojis, I'll read your comments. Bob to Cheese, because Israel is a colonial power. Bob to Cheese, all colonialism is low-frequency consciousness. Humanity is love. Genocide is wrong, regardless of race or creed. Bob to Cheese, Syria was not liberated. Has it not been liberated yet? I thought it was better. I see your emojis now. I'm sorry, dude. You left a lot of emojis. I was being an idiot. Thank you. Read my comments. Thank you. UFOs are interdimensional angels of the sea, and the CIA and Mossad are running a trafficking ring to entities off planet. Now, I don't know if I agree with that. The interdimensional angels, those would be some bad aliens if they're working with the CIA and the Mossad. I've always felt that aliens have to be too intelligent to play those types of games, that aliens are not a military threat, but they do promise to help us end all war and military. And since the CIA and Mossad are obviously agents of war and military, they would be opposing. They would be in opposition. meaning the Mossad, the human intelligence agencies and higher intelligence aliens are not working together. They're in opposition. ISIS was created by the USA and our greatest ally. Yeah, they started Osama bin Laden and stuff. Bob to Cheese, you are incurring negative karmic energy. Look within and release your ego. Read my comments. Why did you talk to Bob to Cheese? I wouldn't read Bob to Cheese comments. Whoa, we almost green screened this shit. Maybe we should. Yeah, we did. We did green screen it. I'm gonna put a dress up. I'm gonna put a dress on. Okay. So, no, one of these nights that you wake up, Trump will no longer be anyone's leader. That's just time. That's how the Earth's rotation works. Love it. Okay, I gotta get going. Okay, so there's other aliens that got here that are bad. That's so hard to believe in bad aliens. Are you sure that the CIA just doesn't make people think that they're bad aliens? To think, oh, we've got friends too. Our daddy can kick your, like, I don't think they have friends. I don't know though. You might know more than me about alien stuff, and so please, thank you for sharing your information. I'm not trying to shut down your perspective. I'm trying to I'm just giving you my perspective. With Nazis, though, I am shutting down their perspective because they can fuckity fuck right off. They're only here to get cursed. Oh, you're saying that Iran only has about a million people? I heard 9 million. Maybe that was an old number. But they're a lot better. I mean, they have right on their side. There's no American soldier who has right on their side in this war, so sorry. Americans better quit. But Iran will beat the USR. Iran will defeat the USR in this because Putin picked it that way. Putin wouldn't have started this war if he didn't have a plan for Iran to win it. And they're winning so far. So, sorry about the green screen. I'll put these guys up here before we go. We're about to go though, so I'm shutting down the live. Sorry if I didn't read your comments. I have 2 more minutes left, so if you put an emoji in chat, I'll try to read your comments if they're good. I'm not going to read any more bad people's comments. Okay, so nobody had any comments that were worth reading. Good. But thank y'all for comment. Can everyone see your comments, please? Yes, Fish Sticky, yes, all. Didn't I read all your comments? I think I did read them all. It just took me a while. Okay. Art is 420,000. What does that even mean? Art is Artesh. Fish Sticky says the nuance is that they are not bad aliens, because bad is merely an interpretation of love as self-centered, but essentially the next dimension, evil, is a fundamental idea. I don't know if I agree with you. We're going to have to talk about this more in the future, because I don't think that evil, well, again, we don't have time to get into it now. I've only got a minute left, but this is an important topic. Let's talk about good and bad aliens next time I go live, or sometime soon. A magnet has positive and negative, but not good and bad. Same for the idea of love. No, I disagree, dude. There's love and hate. Positive and negative are sometimes good and bad, and sometimes not. Love and hate are always good and bad. Love's always good, hate's bad. Done, done, done. I mean, I still hate Trumpers, but it's kind of because they encapsulate hate. I would still rescue the baby that became a Trumper from the adult Trumper, or grown child Trumper, whatever. All right. Thanks for talking with me, y'all. Y'all have a great day. Gotta go. And yeah, let's free America from Putin. Free America from Putin. Thank you, Fish Sticky. Thanks for being here. I don't know if I had the wrong impression of you before, but I'm glad you're back and that I have a more positive impression of you. Thanks for leaving comments. You had great comments. I like the hearts too. Thanks. We'll talk to you guys next time. Check out my content and comment on my content, and we'll stay in touch and keep the conversation going, even when we're not live. Thanks, y'all. Talk to you soon.